I greet you all with peace. I greet you all with love. Today is a wonderful day out here. I come to my usual spot to breathe in some fresh air. And as I was going through different thoughts in my mind, then I felt like sharing this with you. The power of chaos and why you should avoid the gospel of hate. The power of chaos. Many of us know already what chaos is all about. And many of us know already what hate is also all about. But what many people don't know is how powerful is chaos and how powerful is really hate, and how powerful they can become when there is somebody who is so psychologically advanced, is playing these cards to manipulate your emotions. That's why you see me target there the gospel of hate. Because the universe itself, as you all know it to be, is born out of chaos. Somebody will wonder, like, what is Oguname saying? How will you say the universe is born out of chaos? Yes, the universe itself is born out of chaos. For example, how can you have a planet and say, okay, this planet now is X? How can you have a planet? Before you can ever have a planet, a star has to die. And when a star dies, inside this nebula, with some gas and things coming together, then the planets start forming and coming together to create what you now call planets today. Which means for a planet to be born, for Earth to be born, there had to be a chaos first before she's been given birth to. That sounds so interesting. Which means there is advantage and disadvantage of chaos. Okay, let's keep that aside. But now that the planet itself is being formed out of chaos, and you have beings inside this earth now, which you now call humans. There are a lot of beings, but let's focus on the humans, because we are humans. So now you have humans. And the natural state of a man is also chaos. You can also ask, like, why will you say so? Why will he say the natural state of a man is also chaos? What is he thinking? What is going through his mind? But why I said so is because you as a man, your brain, your head, is receiving different signals, even from thousands of years ago, which you don't even have awareness of. It's receiving different thoughts from random places. So automatically, your brain now become like this big antenna that keeps receiving signals from all corners, which is kind of also chaotic if you have not mastered your mind. That's why we say a man is chaotic in nature. So the goal has always been for a man to try his best as possible to assess that calmness within him or herself. But the chaos did not only stop in your mind. Inside of you, there are thousands and trillions of bacteria that are always fighting themselves. And what these bacteria are doing is, some are getting rid of things you don't need in your body. Some are fighting the ones that are getting rid of those things. Some are trying just to do what they don't even know. because some don't even know what they have to do, but they just know they have to exist within you. Okay, now you have a man, you have a planet, you have a man, you have inside the man now you also have other living things that are existing in a kind of a zigzag and chaotic manner. Which means it's not wrong when we say a man is chaotic in nature. It's not wrong when we say so. But what you have to know is, if a man is chaotic in nature, then it means the internal peace of a man can only come through love. Because if you keep on feeding these chaotic beasts with hate, what you will end up achieving will become chaos upon chaos upon chaos. That's why you see people like me, we don't believe on, the only solution now to Africa problem is to divide. We don't think like that even. We don't believe on the only solution now is you go, let's scatter everything. No, we don't think like that, because we understand the power of hate, and we know the power of chaos, and we know if you mix these two things together, what you will have will be something that you cannot even look at. What am I trying to talk to you about right now? Let's take Nigeria as a case of study. In this case, we all know very well what was done to us. We all know we were invaded by the Europeans, of course. That was their job, to invade people of Africa because of weight. You have to know the reason Europe needed to invade Africa. Slave trade was not all about they did not hate you. Europe don't hate Africa. Europe just want to have weight. And if making you their slave is the only way for them to have weight, which you will not be hungry to come and get, then so be it. That's what they did. You can interpret it as love or hate. That's now your own interpretation. But from their state of mind, that is self-preservation. You have to always think for yourself first. You can interpret it as you understand it. But what you have to know is this. They came to Africa because of that weight. They know that if we can exploit these people, if we can position their mind, whatever they have now and whatever will come later will always be ours, will always be within our cycle. Okay, fine. Now everything is been done to Africa, and we know, because I'm trying to fast it. It's a very short one. Everything has been done to Africa. We know, we understand, we know now. Okay, fine. Now they are gone, although not really gone, because their corporations are still in charge of your governments. So they are not really gone. They are just there like invisible, you don't see. So now they have trained people who look like you, who have to be doing the work for them. No problem. Fine. But what we have now, what is left now within us as black people, as Africans, is just chaos. So we have now a country where those in the north have their own agenda, south have agenda, east have agenda. Everybody just have a different agenda. Because why? Everybody's kind of like coming back to that thinking like, these people colonize us, they force us together, now we want to separate. That point right there is what irritates me so much. Because why? If you were put together during the process of chaos and hate, and now you believe the only way to free from that cycle is to also use the same chaos and hate to free. There is a kind of sense there, because why? We all know from chaos, you can give birth to something fresh. But not chaos accompanied by hate. What do I mean by not chaos accompanied by hate? If you divide Nigeria and say, everybody go back to your kingdom, go back to how you were living your life before the British came, do you know what you will have left? Some of these giant, now it has nothing to do with European, this is just between we. Some of these giant tribes will start swallowing the little tribes. Because why? It is your nature to be chaotic. And because you only know how to achieve what you want to achieve through hate, so that hate will become now like inheritage, which you will still carry back to wherever you believe you want to separate yourself to. So what I'm trying to share with you now is our future and our solution is unity. The only solution we have is unity. Because why? Let's use Biafra as a case of study. But no verse, and also not the quick the verse, but just listen before you start to the verse. Let's use Biafra as a case of study. Imagine yes, Nigeria government just wake up, African Union accept, UN accept, EU accept, everybody accept and say, Biafra, no problem, pack your load and go. Okay, no problem, you have not separate. And with the Edo people who are not part of Biafra at all, we now say to those, some Asians and those people who are claiming to be Biafra, we now say to them and say, you know what, congratulations, since now they have created a country called Biafra, please pack your bags and start going to the east, because you people come from the east, so you are like a Jew now who is going back to the homeland. So you have to pack your family, your property, everything you have. You can even sell your house, go back. Or you need a visa to be in our Edo, because we are not Biafra. Okay, no problem. You see that moment where that separation starts occurring. That moment where everybody now decide, okay, Biafra carry, Muna exists. After that same Biafra start, this is what you can see, what can happen. Because when you give birth to something with hate, out of chaos, you will always end up in the same place. Yes, it is how the energy works. The same Biafra, before 10 years, we start war again within themselves. Because why? Then you will not hear a Nugu man telling Anambra or Imo or Ebony man that you cannot be my leader. In fact, my family is different from your family. Then we also have to separate Biafra again into like 3. And that separation will not end. Why is it so? It is so because the bigger picture, in this case Nigeria, the bigger picture, our unity was not the problem. Which, thank God, we are still in that reality now. Our unity is not the problem. The problem of Africans, especially Nigerians, our problem, I have been saying it and I will keep on saying it. Our problem is our state of mind, how we think. These are one of the reasons why I don't so much agree with Nnamdi Kanu. It's not because I hate him. I don't even hate any human being in my life. No, because why? I understand something that I am not seeing, and that is making me not trusting the reality. What I'm trying to share with you is, as long as our state of mind remains the same, we will always dangle around in the same position, because our problem is not the map. Our problem is not the geographical structure or location. Our problem is how we think. Our problem is how we see the world. Our problem is how we see ourselves as human beings, how we connect to things that exist within us. That is the problem of Nigeria. So if we want to give solution or plan for solution, we all should know first that the first thing we need to invest on is the mental structure of our people, the state of mind of our people. Not until people like Nnamdi Kanu start to teach Biafra or APOB member, those of us do Facebook rascality. Not until start to teach all those people say, no, learn to listen to a man, even when you disagree with their opinion. Learn to treat your fellow brothers and sisters with respect. Learn to love your fellow people, even if say not be your tribal person or you not come from your village. So we need to start to teach the gospel of love. We need to start to teach the gospel when it go help our souls illuminate and bring out the the light and the truths where they inside of us, before we even think whether we want to share or want to separate anything. But if all you do is to teach hate, to project chaos as a solution, then you are agents of destruction, because that is also an example that shows that you don't really even love the people you claim that you love. You just only love the few who are ready to worship you and follow you. That is the fact. Because why am I saying this? How do you treat that man who disagree with you? How do you treat that man who don't accept your views? How do you treat that man who look at you and say, I cannot support you? How do you treat that man who look at you and say, I don't think I belong to you? How do you see them? When you start grouping everybody as your enemy, just because they don't shake their head and follow you, or they don't clap for you, then it means you don't know anything about love. Then it means you don't know anything about unity. And definitely you don't even know how to build a nation. So before we think about solution, we have to understand the power of hate, the gospel of hate, and how all these things can continue giving birth to a big chaos that can never end. When you look at the chaos now in Nigeria already, this is the time for all these smart people. When I say smart people, not all those schools, not all those schools. Those schools that put your people, those schools are just only there to make you become a loyal slave. That is just what those schools are there for. To make you now become a very loyal slave. To make you master and say yes sir for the system. That's why the more PhD you have, the more stupid you are. Because the education that was given to the black man did not come to educate you. It come to miseducate you. You have to understand why Africa curriculum, all those curriculum where they're given out for school. You need to know why they fit transform on our life. Some people say Nigeria is full of God where God may not create work. It's a lie. Not the governments they create work. If the education whether they give you good, you forfeit they create job for even the people. But they not they give you any education. They make you the dumber. You can't think say you don't know education because now you they study everything where a British guy writes for your office. But that education not resonate with you because that one a very separate thing. You be different entity where get different structure. But if you continue to think, say, now only this way, then you always stay confused and you always stay chaotic and you will always not understand why things are exactly how they are. But let's take a very good look at Nigeria. There is no state you will go to in Nigeria right now, including those states people call Biafra land. There is no state you will go to in Nigeria right now that don't have a governor or a senator or all these government officials there. And there is no one single state in the whole Nigeria you can say, this state, wow, the government bless them. In fact, they even pay social welfare to their people who don't get job. No state in the whole Nigeria. What does that mean? It means that we all, they suffer for Nigeria. Whether you be Igbo man, whether you be a Edo man, whether you be a Hausa man, whether everybody, they suffer. Then inside we all now where they suffer, we can still get different few elites when it come from each of us. For example, few from Edo, few from Igbo, few from Yoruba, few from Hausa. Those few, now those are what they call slave coordinators. Because you need to understand the system of the slave master, how they think. So what the slave masters they do now, as they carry their slave reach plantation, they'll come look for one of the slaves where they know, say, if he talk, the rest go here, they'll come call that one. They'll give them good food, they'll give them good boots, then they'll tell them, say, may they monitor them. If they do anything, may report. They go come make that slave monitor now feel more special. Because now, he got the find out they work, but you have to look those slaves where they work. So you need to understand the mind of the slave masters. So what they are doing to use the same trick. Your plantation now is that place you call country. So your slave monitors now are those people you call your governments, are those people you call your president, your leader, all those people, all those junks. I call it junks because what they represent is so irritating to me. Sometimes they make me want to vomit because they represent a system where it's only designed to make a black man slave. That's facts. So don't be say we don't know the fact. We know the fact. We not just like some solution where some people they produce say this is the solution. That's the problem. Not me say we don't know the fact. But keep on following the picture. You see those few elites where come from those few tribes. If you not get rid of them and you go share that country, those elites, so now they'll come later come meet you say, with the year say, now share the dog say want share the country. No worry, I get contact for you, I get contact for this. We'll do them and we'll make it nice. After we'll make it nice. This will be this. You can be the prime minister, no problem. They'll put yourself back. Because they know say if they tell you say I want to be your president now. Imagine person like Rocha or Korosha. As that one don't suck him or people blood rich. Imagine that one come and they tell who not the kind of go cut off your head. But I don't use the word like that. Imagine Russians go come and they tell Igbo say now we Biafra, then they can I got be the resident, I go do this one. Nobody will listen to them. But it go hide behind the scene. That same small nation where you duplicate, where you cut yourself can become now, go still they hijack by the same forces where first still put you for the same cage where you believe say you from the wrong. So you need to know how to think smart. You need to know how to come out from the corner. You need to know how to separate yourself from all those chaos and all those hates where they build. Because if not, as those elites hijack, as others Igbo elites go hijack Biafra, Edo elites go hijack Edo, Yoruba elites go hijack Yoruba, Hausa elites, others don't hijack their people, but they'll still continue to hijack their people. Before you know, our separation, it not still change our reality. It not still bring anything new to the table. We'll just be like, we face here, but we face here. And at the same position. You face here, now you face here. But you do the same position. But you, they think say something don't change. Nothing change, you just only rotate. Because the same place where you did, now you still there, no movement. But what I'm trying to share with you is this. We have to stop teaching hate. It's very easy for me to come online or on radio. They tell you, like this other sick man, Adeyinka grandson. To me, that one are the most useless Nigeria where they exist on this earth. That Adeyinka grandson. That one, you know, your day body where. They say you want to show Edo people for Lagos. Lagos where you not even get. We Edo people, not be we even get Lagos. Yes, historically, now we conquer that place, now we call her a co, now we do all those things. But presently, not be Yoruba getter, not be Edo getter, not be Igbo getter, nobody getter. You know who get Lagos now? Dollar, pounds, euro, Swiss franc, Norwegian krona, all this money, banks. Now you get all those una land, what now they think say now una get. That's why they tell people, stop till they say, oh yeah, we're there, yeah, we're there. No. All those politicians where they say get big car, big house, the percentage where they give them, you know, even reach 4%. Then a slave conductor. I don't first explain the meaning of slave conductor. Then a slave conductor. But your thinking never expands. So you the think say now there be the devil. Now there be the biggest demon. No. Then are your small drop. They don't even get level self. They don't stuck for their own ego. Then they trap. So if me and you serious, if me and you wise, we need to start to the know, say, this country, we know already say no they work, nothing they work. Okay, how we all go to come together to get rid of all this our different elite we come out from different of our tribes. How will we take get rid of them? May we give birth to a brand new nation where the whole world go to come they look. Now those ones supposed to be our vision. So that they use Unana as a tools of distraction to take they distract the natural goal when we as a people supposed to face. So that's why I can't resonate with idea of IPOB and things like that. No, you know, Mister, I hate them. It's just because that I know that this is just another trap. Our solution now is not division. Our solution now for me and you to hold each other hand and say to each other, you are a black man. I am a black man. Do you know what that means? For my skin to get black like this, you know what it means? This is melanin. This is melanin. You need 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons before you fit get this pigment known as melanin. And this same thing, now they control the whole universe. This same thing, I make this tree where they are so stand. This same thing, I keep everything alive. So it means, say, as far as you be black person, you be the Khalifa of God himself. That's what you are. You are the Khalifa of God himself. So you supposed to know already that this Ethiopian man, this Eritrea man, this Senegal man, this guy from Mali, this guy from Nigeria, this Congolese man, we are family. Not until Africa start to think like that, you go still there the box where your slave master put you. You will still be thinking to fight yourself. Hey, Bo, Yoruba, Hausa, all those ones are childish and very low thinking, because the picture is bigger than Igbo, it's bigger than Yoruba, it's bigger than Hausa, it's bigger than Edo. The picture, we need to look calm, how it really be. We need United States of Africa, not be even Nigeria. Nigeria too even small to counter what we talk about. China na billions of people. China. You think say they not get smart people? We go say, "Abemo, you divide down. May we come to call ourselves our own country." They will get the resources. They will get the infrastructure and everything. Where the theater divide their China, you can become mini small country. But they don't understand science of life. The same science of life when Europe discovered about 900 years ago. Europe can study, reach the point they can know, say, no, if we feel unite, we feel conquer the earth. It take them time. France and British fight for almost 100 years before they fit get there. But for some of una where they think say, we still need to follow that process. Shut up. You don't know Africa history. We don't follow that process since 4,000 years. Before we even come Africa and we they bust ourselves, they invade ourselves, they take over each other land, they go. So we have done that already. If you they think now say we still need to fight war like France and England before we come say without belefu, it means you not get the code. You just want to keep yourself busy. They use your head, they create chaos, they put yourself busy, they do nothing while the whole world go continue to move forward. So Africans need to start to think. Why? You need to sit down and ask yourself, why be say, wait till a 25 years old German boy they think, not be a 40 years old Nigerian man go sit down they think. Why? It's very easy for you to say our government. Then you need to know, what be these governments? I tell the function. Government not be robots where you just produce for one factory, then you can say this group of robots now then be government. Now they in charge of all these things. No, government is not so. These are individuals when the society breed. Meaning, your president, wait like this one Buhari, so that make me even like the Buhari. Your president, now perfect manifestation of the consciousness of the people. Now, so you need to take the view things. So, as you see, say Buhari not good, you need to know, say, now Nigeria people head, now even make the carry person like Buhari first, for even put for there. Now, so you supposed to see all these things. So, when you have to know that your leaders, now the manifestation of the people, because no baby just jump, come out from mama womb, begin to run. You need to fair crawl. You need to fair learn to sit. You need to fair learn to speak. You need to follow through the process. And if all this una leader will follow all this process, can end up now become adults, where they're so greedy, where they're so selfish, where carry so much hate for their heart towards their people, then that means the society, the ideology of the society, the state of mind of the society, all these things, we need to revisit all this topic and we need to change the consciousness of our society so that we'll feel they bring out people from inside us, we go feel represent us as we really be as people. But as long as we now continue to shake head, follow one group of people where they form and then be politician and then be all this one, we not ever forget her. And if you still think, say, Jesus solution, we all separate the country, then ask yourself, which people you want to form the new country? You want to go import people come from bush? You want to go import people come from the ocean? You want to go cloud, go sky, go meet the sky God, may give you people, may take start new country. Now still these same liars. These same your brothers will go buy fake thing, can't go market, they lie, say na new. Now see these same people. Now still these same, all these same people, Nigerians, where you get today, now you still do your new country. And you don't see difference. Because now the same state of mind, the same consciousness, the same vibration, the same way of thinking, the same religious slaves. Now don't be the biggest thing where they take fuck Africa up, that religion. They incite them so deep into your soul, they can't capture your soul as prisoner. So no matter how you think, you still give thanks to their God. And the more you worship their God, the more your own God they powerless, the more their own God they more strong. Go do research to know why the ancient Greeks starved their gods. The ancient Greek waged war against their own God. Go and do research to know why. And then you can't understand why people like us, they verse say, una they worship strange gods. Una God na even na number one problem. So you know, since so na problem long. Not be waiting one mouse down for radio. I tell you, say pray. No, this is psychological issue. The state of mind of Nigerians, you know, they're healthy. We're too greedy, self-centered. How many people go sit their body for ground, stand for there? No, I don't want police catch me. What is wrong if police catch you, say, because say, you see that body, you want make sure say that body come up for streets. But no, the body on the street 5-7 days, okay, they smell, people they cover nose they pass. Ordinary dog, not for your die, yeah, people walk up past. So you need to give birth to that life and humanity where they side of una. No, una say before now people they think about let's separate. So we end this topic now. I'll go for jogging small. So what I really want to tell you now is avoid gospel of hate. Even if now your own papa, your own mama. Avoid gospel of hate, because that gospel of hate go continue to fuel that chaos. Because when all the hate stay they work, the hates now will go locate those key points. Wait till be the key point, like frustrations, disappointment, and in this case, look at Nigeria, nothing they work. Ooh, be like big reason for you to take scatter everything. But down at the surface. Stop to look at the surface, go deeper. So avoid those gospel of hate. When you go they nurture your frustration, they make you the one they wait for chaos. Chaos now they give birth to a beautiful child. Chaos go make you start fresh again. And if your chaos, don't forget, I tell you the beginning, say chaos will give birth to a very beautiful thing. But if the foundation, the root of that chaos, no, they crystal clear. That chaos, no, they give birth to beautiful thing. Go only give birth to another mini chaos, and chaos. It will become like a geometry. Before you know, Africa will waste another 700 years again. They will now still there. They say, why God hates Africa? God loved Africa. Now may God bless Africa with everything. So now you need to start to think straight and know how to use what God already bless you with. So avoid the gospel of hate and focus your energy in love and unity, because that's the only hope you have left. Una the kind who wants Nigeria, he don't even talk cannot be me the poor west for a man. He want Nigeria to become like Syria and Yemen. But waiting on they tell you now, more than 10 million Syrians don't run come up from Syria since when Syria did be like that. Until today, Syrian Arab army still stand gidigba. They never even know where they go. Now, in Turkey, Europe, America, and I can't even control here where they Syria. So now need to wake up and know your real enemy and know how to survive from that. So your first shortest cut to survive this destructive path where they set you put. So your first shortest cut is to avoid the gospel of hate, so that they cannot hack your emotions, hack your frustrations, and to make you do chaos. Anybody with cash can do that. All I need to tell you now, your government know they work, see weapon, see everything. And the only reason why you never see enough for Nigeria now, nobody ready sponsor destruction for Nigeria now. Europe is not ready for new migration wave. America is busy to regain power back, but they continue their new world order because they see Donald Trump as threat to their order. and Arabs believe say as far as now they get people where they're in charge for all those parts of Africa, they're not really too get interest for Africa. They get their own internal problem. Then they plan how to deal with the Jewish, because they see the Jewish as the biggest threat to them. So everybody they occupy. China, not they worry, because they already buy Africa. And now boss, the new sheriff in town. China study how Europe take colonize Africa. Now China can come to the conclusion, say, okay, we need to show Europe say we smart past them. We not go enslave anybody, we not go bust anybody or invade anybody. We go just give them money because they're hungry, and hungry man not get option. They accept every terms. I play, una president, una governors, hell they run go China, go they carry loan. Low way be say 200 years una still they pay. Una way one separate Nigeria, and I never ever talk about that loan. So I wish you a nice day, but please just know that gospel of hate will hack your frustration and emotion and make you to create chaos, and that chaos will be infinite chaos where not go ever end. Yes, you know if he hand. So if you love yourself, you love Africa. Not just to say Nigeria too small for you to talk about. Talk about black race. If you love the black race, you want to save the melanin. You want to save the children of the sun. You want to save the original man. Stop to the think small with those your small tribes. Stop to the think calm. But if you don't stop to the think calm, we know just still ignore you, because we don't let you miseducate our people. So now make, at the end, if we don't use love, we'll kill ourselves through away. You know they see the picture. Well, you kill ourselves through away. You kill me, person here, people will see here, so you kill me, you still converse, kill you. Now so they be the kill it. You'll be like, yeah, and yeah, you not go ahead. You know the same cycle. And that same cycle, now infinite cycle. The only way to break up now to completely change the way you take the think. So I wish you a nice day. I wish you a nice day. I send you peace and love. Avoid the gospel of hate and embrace love. Bye-bye.